Yeah, I just want to say that I know it makes me and all of us, and I'm sure all of you guys, just think about how close death really is out there, and just be careful, everybody.
Okay. Rick.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling us up. Take it easy, guys.
You too, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And some sentiments from Exodus right there. And we are going to talk to John Bush of Armored Saints in just a second. John's waiting out in California. And, we hope, that people listening to this right now aren't overlooking the fact we're not doing this just so we can say WRTN got it first. We're doing this so you people would know what's going on with the bands, and, we're hopefully we're answering a lot of questions from the people out there. So, let's get back to it. And we're going to talk 93.5 WRTN in New Rochelle, the home of Midnight Metal. And on the phone right now we have John Bush of Armored Saints. John, how you doing?
No, not right now.
Right now?
Not right now? No. How you doing, Matt?
Yeah, right now, yes. Right?
What's going on, Matt?
All right, how's it going?
Not too bad. I just freaking out over the traumatic situation here, and it really stinks. I can't believe it.
Okay. Now, John, of course, you and Wasp and Metallica went out on tour, but besides that, opening a door to a friendship with Metallica, you actually go way back with them. You want to tell us about that?
Well, we've been pals for a long time. Even before their first record came out, we were friends with them, and we toured with them last year. We did about 10 dates this year, and we just have a good friendship working together, and share the same management company, and it's just a great friendship, and we're really shocked. I mean, I got a call today, and I couldn't believe it. I don't know how to react, and it's a tragedy that this has to happen. It's unfair. This should not happen.
We just had Gary Holt, Rick, and Tom from Exodus on the phone, and Rick said it the best. He died for metal,
Yeah, well, at least he accomplished a lot of things in life that people never even get a chance to. So, I mean, that he knows as he's in heaven now, and hopefully he's up there jamming with Bon Scott, and Bonham and Jimi Hendrix, and they're forming something together up there now. So.
When you first heard us, the moment you first heard, I know I talked to Armored Saints bass player Joey Vera, and he was completely stunned. What were your feelings?
Well, when I first heard it, it's a feeling that I just didn't know how to react. It was shocking. I mean, I just saw those guys, a month ago or so, and right now it's still hard to swallow that actually happened. So I don't want it to happen. I just want somebody to wake me up and say that it was a dream or something, because, like I said, it's just so unfair. He just tasted success now, and then this happened. So it's a tragedy.
What let me rephrase. I can't even talk now. I'm completely wiped out about this thing. But what kind of guy was Cliff Burton to you?
Well, Cliff was he was very to himself. He was actually kind of a shy person, and he was a blast to be around, and he had his own little funny ways, and he was just a fun person to be around. But he was a bit shy and to himself, and he really believed in the music that he was doing, and he really put out to all the fans and all the people out there, and it was obvious that he was really working hard for his career, and he was just a great person to be around. We had a lot of fun times, and I guess those will live on.
Okay. Before we hang up, and John, I really appreciate you calling us, and
No problem. I hate this to be I hate having to have a little conversation here, having to have this because of the situation, but, I'm glad you called, and it makes me feel good that, you want to talk to us, because all I can say is, Cliff was a great guy, and he's gonna go down in history, and, he accomplished many things that most people never even get a chance to, so, and he'll know that, and he can live with that, in heaven, so.
Well, I was going to say, when you went on tour with Metallica and Wasp, what was it, in 85?
Well, we toured with them last year about a good 2 months, and then we also did about 10 dates this year with them, and sporadic shows, and like I said, they were in L.A., and we would just hang around and bop around together and stuff, so we always thought there was always close contact with the two bands.
A lot of people I know have said many good things about Cliff, that he wanted to keep in contact with the fans, and you being on the road with him, I mean, is that definitely true?
Oh yeah, well that's the philosophy of the whole band. You know, they just are true to what they believe in, and it comes across, I think, pretty obviously that they're true to their fans, and there's no egos, or there's no hang-ups or nothing. They're just who they are, and it came across, and it will always come across. And I think Metallica will pull through this. You know, they'll just have to pull through, because I know that Cliff would want it that way. You know, he would want them to pull through, and so they will. It just, I'm just shocked. I don't know what to say. You know?
John, I'll tell you, we really appreciate you, giving us a call, and I'm sure you got other things you're going to do, and try to, not forget about this, but, get through it like I'm sure Metallica will, and we thank you for calling us, buddy.
All right, no problem. And, those people out there listening to this, just believe in Metallica, just believe in it, because, they're a people's band, so just be there, and support them. That's what he's there for, and he'll remember that. He'll remember the people, so you just live on with that.
This is 93.5 WRTN in New Rochelle. That is Metallica, The Thing That Should Not Be. And we've got some new Slayer coming up in just a second. And we're going to be taking some calls on the air. You can tell my voice. I've been doing a lot of sympathizing here at the station. And a lot of people calling up saying they just heard about it now. But anyway, we're going to be we want to just know what the listeners think about this, and when you first heard what you first, was going through your mind. So give us a call now. Take some callers, put them on hold, and we'll pick them up. On the phone right now, we have Lloyd Grant. A name to most of you listening means nothing. No, we're not saying that in a negative way, but Lloyd was the original Metallica guitarist, and a lot of people overlook that fact. And Lloyd Grant called us up tonight on the show, and of course expressing his sorrow for Cliff Burton, and we're going to talk to Lloyd in just a second, so stay tuned. My voice is about shot here. I sound like Maul. Remember those days? Anyway, we have somebody special on the phone right now. Lloyd, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
We got Lloyd Grant of Metallica, the Metallica Days, on the phone, and Lloyd, of course, is now with a band called Def Con out in the West Coast. And Lloyd, we've been talking to a lot of people tonight, and tell us how far you go back with Metallica and where it all started for you.
I'll go way back with me and Lars still playing in Newport Beach, and we just have a few people audition and we play there for a little while. And Lars went back to Europe for a little bit, and he came back and we jammed again. We did the Metal Massacre one. I don't know if you got that record or not, because they re-released it with just Dave Mustaine as a guitar.
Yeah, I was looking at that just now. The one, so that's not the original Metal Massacre 1 has you on it, right?
Yeah, well, they re-released it after they get bigger, they make another cut. I wasn't in the band at all then.
Okay, so actually, how long were you in the band Metallica?
Well, really short. But me and Lars was together for at least a year. Just
right. So
jamming and auditioning people and just talking to people on the song.
What kind of a guy was Cliff to you, Lloyd?
Cliff? I met Cliff at a gig in Los Angeles, and he's really quiet and laid back. He never talked that much. He never really talked that much to people, but he was a really interesting guy. Although he never talked, he was just you could tell. Really quiet person.
Do you have any good memories, even though your jaunt with the band was short? Any good memories about Cliff?
Well, the thing about it, the band really wanted him because he was such a big influence in the music, and he was one of the big influences in Metallica. He got great input in the writing of the songs, and that's one of the reasons why they even moved to Frisco to get Cliff in the band. Right. They would be still in Los Angeles, so they moved to Frisco.